Hello everybody, welcome back to Anime Vanguards. I didn't really want to play this update, but it's Gear 5 Luffy, so I kind of have to play it. Gear 5 Luffy evolves from Gear 4, and then Zoro evolves again. I don't know how you get Kaido. I no idea. Kid is probably a banner unit, and then Kratos and Beerus are battle pass units, which usually the battle pass units are from like the same anime or have some sort of correlation, like Dante and Virgil or something. But Kratos and Beerus, I don't get the correlations. Maybe it's Beerus is a god and Kratos is a god killer or something. I don't know. But so to evolve Luffy, you need the left half and the right half of the sun. And then to evolve Zoro, you need 50 of each of the Legend Stage materials, and a foreign drink. And they're both, the foreign drink and the right half and the left half of the sun are, I believe, all quest materials. So King of Hell evolution quest, help bounty hunter complete his job. I don't know what that means. And then Elastic Captain Vanguard quest. So the first quest for the Vanguard, you had to run a bounty stage, and then once you complete it, you got a log pose familiar. Now, if you do the passives, needs a navigator to understand. So I don't. The navigator in One Piece is Nami, so I equipped it on Nami, but it didn't do anything. So I'm gonna try to go in a stage and see if it, and place her down and see if it does anything. So let's do, you know what? Let's do like Act 3 of the new story. Okay, so I completed the match and it didn't work. So maybe we need to talk to Nami? No? Huh. Maybe there's a different Nami NPC? Maybe? I don't know. I'll try to find something. Okay, I just looked it up. I'm doing the weekly challenge right now for essences and stuff. But apparently when you put the compass or the log pose on Nami, the new story, one of them appears golden and it drops the treasure map, and you need the treasure map to complete the quest. So after this weekly challenge, I'm gonna do stuff for the treasure map, and I'll be back when I get it. Okay, I got the treasure map, so we inspect it. Okay. Now, do we... Familiar. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna look this up. Okay, so we have to go to the gold shop. Right. And then it should have a new item. The item finder, yeah. Okay. So the item finder, I don't know what it does, but apparently the item finder has something to do with this treasure map. So use. Okay. Tool for finding items. I'm gonna look what the item finder does. Okay, so if you go to the treasure map, it's a number 2 and a number 4. So it should, the item finder and the map should be pointing to stage 2 act 4. So stage 2 act 4. Now let's go into this, I guess, and hopefully we find the item, maybe? I don't know. Ow, that... Oh wait. 100... Wait. Okay. It's pointing somewhere. Oh, dig. Half of the sun warms your hands, something stirs. Okay, so we got half of the sun. Okay, well, one half of the sun. Now teleport to lobby. And we should have a new quest. No. Okay. I'm gonna look what we need to do now. Okay, so you need to play the Pirate Dynasty, like one match. And it should say something. So it's kind of a long game mode. Or well, not really long. I've played it I've played it a few times. Yeah. So let's go with Luffy and just spam the attack and capture the zone. So I'm gonna do this, defeat the boss, and I'll unpause it when I beat the stage. Okay, Zoro, the boss, has spawned. Let's just defeat him. And... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, so we gotta defeat Kaido, I guess. Oh, I might die. A drum begins a call from the floating island. Okay. gonna try to beat Kaido. I guess. Okay, I couldn't beat Kaido. I guess it's supposed to reference that, spoiler warning, Kaido like kills Luffy in the anime in Wano, and the Drums of Liberation play and he goes Gear 5. So maybe it's supposed to reference that. I don't know. Floating Island. No idea. Let me look it up. Okay, so apparently we got an item from that drumsticks, yeah. So apparently, I didn't know, but there's a new boss rush in this update. So apparently you need to do the boss rush, and there's a drum in the boss rush stage, and you need to like time it with the the circle beats. Uh, you'll see. Um, if it'll load, and then you need to turn audio, music all the way down, sound effects up. So let's see. To go up here, to go up this staircase, and then go over here, and then it should, yeah, should be right here. So I don't know. Oh wait. Okay, you need to time the, I don't know. I'll try to do this. Hold on. Okay. Okay. You had to perfectly time it, and once it's perfectly timed, it should say the drums echo across the island, which it did. So let's teleport to lobby, and I'll see what to do next. Okay, so I'm loading back in. So once you do the drums, Zunisha spawns, the big elephant, and then you need to get the fruit and become Gear 5 and beat Kaido. So I'm gonna do that. Um, I don't know if I have to redo the drums. Yeah, Zunisha isn't there, so I have to redo the drums. But once I redo the drums and go Gear 5, I will be back. Okay, I did the... Oh wait. Why did it... Oh wait. Okay, where's Kaido? There he is. Okay. Where is he at? I got a new neck. Okay, when I beat Kaido, it should have said, like, the other half of the sun is yours, but it didn't, so I gotta redo it, redo the drums and stuff. So, I'll be back again. Okay, I did it. The other half of the sun is yours. Liberation. So, now I should be able to evolve Luffy if I have the essence. I probably don't have all the essences, but let's see. So, evolve, units, elastic, hunt, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I need a lot more. I'll get the essence and I'll evolve him. So, I'll be back again. And what I was messing up on that stage, once you do the drums, when you Zunisha spawns, Zunisha walks across the island, and you have to survive as, like, until Zunisha walks across the island, and then he transforms you into Luffy, or Zunisha transforms you into Tier 5 Luffy, and then you kill Kaido. You don't have to do like a elastic fruit thing. But yeah, I will go and get the essence now. Okay, I got all the essence. So, this might be like Ichigo, to where it gives the Memoria on evolution, and then you have to evolve the Memoria. So I might have to do more Essence Stones grinds, but let's evolve him. Boom. Warrior Liberation, Vanguard, Elastic Captain, Cog 5th. Cog is another way to say gear, so. And yeah, gear 5th. Does he have a... Does he have... Okay, a bunch of abilities. And then I don't think he has a cutscene. So if I find it, I'll play it. But yeah, let me get a team together and I guess we will showcase them. Okay, sorry about like cutting in and out, but it did give me his Memoria when I evolved him. You can read this. I'm not gonna evolve it because that's just not... I hate that they did Memoria evolution. I wish it was like a new material to evolve them, not the same material. But yeah, those are the passives. I don't get it because I haven't read the passives of Gear 5 yet. But let's go in a let's go in a sandbox and showcase him. Okay, starts off as a half AoE, and then 241k every 6.3 seconds with 4 abilities on placement. Okay, let's spawn a couple enemies. See his first attack effect. Okay, just Toon Force. Base Toon Force, basically. Okay. Second thing is a cone. Okay. Just goes in rolling, I guess. Or no, that's when he. Okay. Yeah. So he transforms into a giant head and eats them. Third attack, full AoE, giant, or not giant full AoE, it's just lightning, basically. I think it's called Kaminari, so, yeah. Okay, Toon Gatling. Okay, so he winds it up and just does a barrage, and then Toon Brawl. Let's see. Okay, just does another Gatling. Okay. Once again, there's the Memoria. And then, holy moly. Okay. Attacks inflict repulse buff, or attacks inflict repulse, comma, buff this unit's damage and the damage of pirate allies in range by 50%, comma. When an enemy in range is repulse, inflict wanted. Wanted grants 40% more yen and causes his enemies to take 40% more damage from pirate units. When this unit attacks an enemy with the damage amplifying debuff other than wanted, remove that debuff and apply wanted instead. Automatically apply wanted to boss enemies. Okay. Toon Force attacks warp reality around the attack's positions, dealing 50% more damage, or 50% damage to enemies hit. Each attack on the same enemy's buffs crit rate by 5%. Attacking a new enemy resets this buff. Critical hits applies nullified, deal 5% more damage per status debuff, or lockout on the enemy. All allied attacks inflict repulse. When a repulsed enemy passes an enemy that it's not already repulsed, inflict repulse on that enemy. So repulse is just shove them back. And status debuff, basically every effect in the game. And then, okay, Sun God's transformation. Immune to status effects and status debuffs. While Sun God transformation is active, buff own damage by 50% per ability on cooldown. While transformed, buff damage by 1% per second up to 100. When Sun God transformation is deactivated, retain this buff for 120 seconds, gives all allies joy. Allies with joy inflict a random soft debuff. 30% slow for 5 seconds, or status, 10% damage over 8 seconds per attack. Okay, let's see the abilities. Cog 4th, D transforms back to Cog 4, upgrades carry over. Okay, so basically he de-evolves back to Gear 4. Sun God transformation, transform into the Sun God. So that's basically like Naruto's ability, but instead of Kurama, you transform into Gear 5. Sun God's Thunder does 800% damage to the enemy with the highest HP. Okay, nice. Okay, Sun God's Punishment does 300% damage to all enemies. So 9 million nuke, and then 800%, like 24 million nuke, but that's only to one enemy. pretty good. Sorry, my friend called me. He was at my front door. But yeah, that's Gear 5 Luffy. Pretty good. If you oh wait. Oh, okay. So he can transform back to Gear 5th too. Okay. And then yeah, I think this is the same passives. Anyways, yeah, that's Gear 5 Luffy. He's pretty good. With the Urza buff, I need to do a couple enemies. With Urza buff, he'll probably do like 4.5 mil because it's a 50% buff, I think. So 50% of 3 mil is 4.5. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's Gear 5 Luffy if for you. So if you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on my next video, which will probably be the Universal Tower Defense update, because they're having an update soon. So yeah, peace out.